Look at all those people.
Hey guys, I am back home in Colorado and I have been super jet lagged since I got back like 2 days ago of my 2.5 weeks in China, visiting family, eating lots of good food, visiting most of the historical and cultural sites in Beijing. It was a really great time, and I just wanted to end my China content with a little unpack with me. This way I could show you what I actually wore. We literally just got back home 5 hours ago, so yeah, let's unpack together. Speaking of the weather, it was consistently in the high 80s to mid 90s in Beijing, which I thought I would be okay with because in Boulder, it's also that hot, but it's like very dry in Boulder, so it doesn't feel as hot. Versus in China, it's so humid. My whole face and neck was just covered in a sheen of sweat. It rains a lot in Beijing in the summer, and it's very sporadic, and sometimes it's like a light mist, and other times it's pouring, thunderstorming. So I brought a rain jacket. It's very thin. This was actually useless. I can't blame it on the jacket because this jacket was quite clearly labeled as water resistant, not waterproof. The day I wore it, I knew it was going to rain in the afternoon, so that morning when I headed out, I packed this jacket with me in my backpack, and then it started raining. The rain was literally coming down in buckets. So this got totally drenched through, completely soaked through in about a minute. And I didn't have an umbrella with me because I naively thought that this would be enough, but it wasn't. So lesson learned, either bring an umbrella or a full body poncho, which might be more useful than an umbrella, especially if it's rainy and windy. These linen shorts I wore so much that I'm low-key kind of sick of them right now, just because I wear them like almost every day in China, but they really were so comfortable and not too short and like not see-through at all and very breathable, so I love these shorts. I got these shorts from Gap, and it's actually in one of my previous videos here somewhere. I also brought this black linen pair. This one is not as comfortable as my blue and white one just because it's a little bit harder, but black is basic and I wore it quite a lot. I ultimately decided not to bring any denim to China because it is just so hot and humid and doesn't feel very comfortable when you're sweaty. I brought my Lulu Hottie Hot shorts just for chilling around. I never really wore this outside. Side note, I just love this shade of blue. It is like the color of a summer sky on a perfect sunny day. I brought these green linen pants with the drawstring waistband to China that I never wore because I wore my tan linen pants instead. So I brought 4 tank tops to China. I brought this one. I love this one. This one's like so summery. And then I brought these two, which are basically the same. This one is green with the racer back. And then I brought this gray tank top. It's like literally the exact same one as the green. And then I brought this black tank top. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I never wore this. I wore this once for a 30-minute walk downstairs to get coffee and like wander around a park.
We've been walking for only half an hour or so, and my back completely sweating and soaked through.
The reason why I say this is because I just wanted to like blend in with my clothing. So the one thing I knew before I went to China is that people don't really show their shoulders. I wore this black top with the puffy cap sleeves exactly one time because honestly it's not that comfortable when it's hot and I'm sweaty. I also brought this black t-shirt with like lettuce hemmed ruffles on the sleeves and the waist. This shirt single-handedly carried my entire China trip. I think it's actually kind of embarrassing how much I wore this shirt. Who even cares if you repeat an outfit? This shirt was so comfy, and I like the graphic. The graphic is cool, I like it. So I wore that shirt a lot, like way too much. Even Ethan was like, didn't you wear that shirt already? I brought this white graphic tee. I got this from Tilly's pretty recently, also from the same haul that I got my blue and white striped linen pants from. And I think it's like pretty funny because growing up in California in like the 2010s, where there was a very long, very severe drought with very high chances of wildfires happening, I felt like I saw Smokey the Bear everywhere in the classroom. Okay, this shirt I did not wear in China, but that's because I got it in China about like 3 days before I left, so I didn't really have a chance to wear it in China. And I think it's hilarious. It says I climbed the Great Wall, and I did in fact get this shirt after I climbed the Great Wall. And at the top characters say
不到长城非好汉
The irony of this shirt is that I didn't actually get it at the Great Wall. I got it from this random souvenir shop near the Bird's Nest Olympic Stadium. What's even more ironic is that I first saw this shirt a whole week before I climbed the Great Wall. I went to the Bird's Nest Stadium for like a little tour inside. I came across this souvenir shop and I saw this shirt and I was like, that is so funny and cheesy. And so I promised myself that after I climbed the Great Wall, I would buy myself a Great Wall shirt. But then all the souvenir shops at the Badaling Great Wall didn't sell shirts. And as luck would have it, we took the bus back from Badaling to Beijing and the bus dropped us off at the Bird's Nest area. So I swooped up this shirt. I definitely noticed that like the everyday casual uniform for young adults seemed to be a graphic tee, baggy pants, and chunky sneakers. I feel like the streetwear shoes I saw in China took platform shoes to a whole new level. Like literally a new level because they were so tall and so chunky. I've never seen so many platform Crocs in my life. I brought this dress and I wore this dress just a couple of times, so I definitely could have survived without it. I brought this black polka dotted dress. It's very long. It goes down to my mid calves. So I wore this a few times to like a photo shoot and then just like walking around town, like getting groceries. And to be very honest, the reason why I didn't wear this more is because, as you may know, China has squatting toilets. Well, actually, like nowadays, in most bathrooms, they have at least like one sitting toilet, but the majority is still squatting. Most of them are clean, like the ones you find in a restaurant or a mall. Because I think China like really stepped up their sanitation game, because I remember like when I was like really young going to China, like the bathrooms are always so nasty. But this time around, only like 1 or 2 experiences had really nasty toilets, and for the most part, they were clean and kept up. But the reason I'm saying all this is because I didn't wear this dress as often as I thought I would, because it's so long that I was terrified of what if I had to use the squatting toilet and then my dress fell in, or my dress would like skim the top of the toilet or like the water. And then I brought this little black cover up. Indoor places have very strong AC. This tan cardigan I technically did not wear in China, but I wore it on the way to and from China because this is part of my airplane outfit. For how lightweight this is, it's actually very warm. So this was amazing on the plane. This hat, I bought it specifically for China because I've been wanting a visor or like a sun hat, a straw hat for so long now, and I just used China as an excuse to buy it. It has a little bow on the back, and I bought this for China thinking I would wear a lot. I wore it once, and the actual irony is that the day I chose to wear this hat, it was cloudy.
It's cloudy and overcast with only 83 degrees today.
As for bags, I brought this blue Uniqlo bag. My mom calls it 饺子包, like literally dumpling bag, because it's kind of shaped like a dumpling. I think I wore this once, the same day I wore my blue Lulu shorts, because like blue and blue go together. But I definitely didn't wear this as often as I thought I would. Should not have brought this because I was wearing my black triangle crossbody bag. That's the bag that I would have on me all the time because it has way more capacity. I did also bring my black purse, but that is purely just for like going shopping and eating out. Like there's no way I can go around doing touristy things for a whole day with just that small black purse. I brought this white baseball cap that I wore a couple of times, but I wore my black Adidas cap way more. As for makeup, I definitely overpacked. Eyebrows, I did like the first few days, but then like eventually I'll just get so sweaty that I'm like, what's the point? Like I'm just sweating everything off. So I gave up on my eyebrow pencil, and I actually brought my eyebrow dye with me. So I'll just use the eyebrow dye every so often to like darken my eyebrows instead of having to fill them in every day. I brought this BB cream, which I love. It is lightweight, has SPF, and it covers blemishes. Good enough for photos at least. But I never ended up wearing this because I was so scared that with the combination of BB cream and sweat and my oily skin, it would just lead to more breakouts. I have been obsessed with blush lately. I brought 2 blushes because I thought it'd be fun to like change up the shades every now and then, but I literally only wore this one because I just love the color so much. This is technically liquid eyeshadow from Wet n Wild. It's very cheap, but I think it works pretty well, especially for the price point. I'm very happy with this. I love the color. Like a little bit goes a long way. It's very pigmented. It's also so easy to use this as eyeshadow and blush. Like I'll just like dab it on my cheeks and then like dab it on my eyelids, and then I'm ready to go. I feel like it stays on pretty well the entire day, and it doesn't really smudge, and it comes off pretty easily, and it doesn't irritate my eyes at all. So I have been loving this. These are just my trusty eyelash curlers. They're from Tweezerman. And I've had this for a while now because it works especially well for Asian eyes. I feel like a lot of eyelash curlers from other Western makeup brands tend to have like super deep curves versus this one has like a very shallow curve, so it fits like my eye way better. This is an eyelash primer just to get those extra long lashes. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, trusty and true. I've been using it for a long time and I love it. This mascara, this is the Hurry and Make Long and Curl Mascara, super waterproof. But I don't like how it's waterproof because it's so hard to take off. This is technically a bronzer duo, but I bought it because I wanted to use the darker shade as like a darker nude eyeshadow. And I think it works pretty well with the color, the consistency doesn't bother my eyes or anything. I brought 2 little makeup brushes for eyeshadow application. And then I brought 3 liquid eyeliners because I haven't used these in a long time and I forgot which one works the best. So I just brought all 3. But I didn't have time to do my eyeliner on the first day. And then after experiencing the sweaty hot meltdown, I was like, yeah, there's no way my eyeliner is ever gonna stay on me for the whole day, so I just never even used it. Last but not least, oil blotting sheets, a literal lifesaver.